Adidas, y'all tried to destroy me, and now we got the #1 song in the world. And you out here, when I was there, y'all was stealing my ideas and put it in your company. Then you dismantled my creative team.
Throughout the last 2 months, Kanye West has been on a very controversial album rollout for his 3 Culture Trilogy albums, with him getting mad at people and threatening to exile them, with many people thinking that Kanye West is crazy or he's having a bipolar episode. But the craziest thing that he did recently was go off on Apple Music for blackballing him by removing his Vultures album, and Drake for stealing Lil Durk from his album rollout. What Kanye's man should do, in the midst of being cancelled, blackballed, and silenced on all social media, is exceptional. Ye has never been one to hold his tongue about his beliefs or how exactly he felt at the moment, and that's the exact reason why he's in the drama he's in right now over eviscerating Adidas and Drake in an Instagram post. Rich, Ty, Cardi, and the supporters that stood by us through everything, this #1 is for you. It's for the people who won't be manipulated by the system, and F Adidas and everybody who works there or works with them. Anyone who goes to school with anyone whose parents work at Adidas, just though they tried to destroy me, and here we are with the #1 song in the world. Like the fake dude I saw in the lobby at the Ritz that works at GOAT, you pussy don't stand for that ish. And F anybody at the Daily Hotel, and F anybody at the fashion houses that sided with Gabby and Hailey Bieber. F each and every single one of y'all. And F every Christian that watched me have my kids taken out of control. That's how I feel. And it's F Drake for taking Durk right at the beginning of the Vultures rollout. I'll come back to y'all if I think of more FUs. Kanye West is calling out Drake for the simple fact that Kanye has been on tour for the rollout of his new albums, and Drake is doing the second leg or second alteration of his All Blur in 2024 and has Durk with him in certain cities when he knows damn well that Kanye needs Durk for the Vultures album rollout. Leading up to the release of Vultures 1, everyone was giving Ye a hard time and nobody let him rent out the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta or any venue as a matter of fact, which proved him that his money held no meaning to the white man because they still controlled the major things that he needed. In 2023 March, Kanye cut ties with Adidas for a lot of things that were going on, and they had $500 inventory that they were trying to sell without paying him royalties. Now, the terms of their initial agreement, I believe, was that he owned the patent and copyright for the Yeezy, and he was leasing it to Adidas. So currently in 2024, Adidas has moved out Kanye, and they're trying to sell fake Yeezys that weren't copyrighted and patented and designed by Ye, and Ye wasn't having it, and him being fed up went on a minute-long rant on Instagram addressing the entire situation.
So, Adidas, y'all tried to destroy me. Now we got the #1 song in the world. And you out here, when I was there, y'all was stealing my ideas and put it in your company. Then you dismantled my creative team. Then you started making fake colorways. Then you paid off my lawyers while I was with you. Then you dropped me on a morality clause, even though y'all was the ones stealing my designs. Then you got the CEO coming up to me talking about, oh, we just gonna burn the product, saying that directly to my face. Now y'all putting out product with my name on it. Y'all got y'all 60 years of contracts or y'all 60 years of business experience to come in and take advantage of an artist. But I'm just not laying back and watch you just take. It's not even the principle. It's not that I can't get money somewhere else. Y'all using my name. Y'all using my designs in 2024.
Over the years, Kanye has evolved so much as a person. Instead of being someone driven by money and doing anything to get the bag, he has become someone heavily rooted in his own morals and integrity. With all the DSPs taking out his music, Kanye has decided to release Vultures 2 on Yeezy.com, making it independent. Apple Music keeps taking down his album from the #1 position. Instagram keeps disabling and suspending his account, so it's clear as day that everyone's trying to silence him. Now, Vultures 2 was supposed to release last Friday, March 8th, with Ty Dolla $ign. However, it never came out. Kanye West does get enough credit for his innovative actions. In 2013, when he said that he was going to create Yeezys, Charlamagne and other people laughed in his face. Now, in 2022, when he created the stem player so the artist or whoever sells music can get 100% of the money, people thought it was silly. Now, Kanye's Vulture albums are changing the way that the music industry moves towards artists. Kanye has been in every situation and has experienced everything. He was a producer for Dame Dash and Jay-Z. He was an artist for Jay-Z, and he had his own good music record label, and now he's doing everything independent. So he's definitely seen and felt both sides of getting the short end of the stick being the producer, getting kind of half of it being the main star. And now with him being managing Ty Dolla $ign, Rich Homie Quan, Rich the Kid, he knows that the music industry isn't a good business and a very shiesty business, actually. Some may say Kanye West selling over 100K first week for Vultures is a flop because he's Kanye West. You know, we're used to Graduation that came out almost 20 years ago selling 800,000. But let me put this in perspective for you. Now, he had a Super Bowl ad that he spent $7 million on, and I'm not even sure that they even showed that to people because people don't like Kanye. But in 2024, 3 months into 2024, there's really been yet to any artist to sell over 100K. Meek Mill's EP flop, that was 6K. Schoolboy Q, 34K, but he rarely drops, so he gets a blind. 21 Savage actually released American Dream. I almost forgot about that, and that sold 133K first week. But also got to think about he's riding the wave of the Drake hype. They released Her Loss. They just had the All of Lore tour. He's streaming with a bunch of rappers or a bunch of streamers like Kanye'sNewAlbum, Aiden Ross. So he has a lot of fame and a lot of motion going towards his name. Ironically, Apple Music and other people purposely censoring Kanye West are actually making him even bigger and contributing to his mysterious aura. Now, since 2022, Kanye West has been walking around with a black mask and being antagonized by paparazzi, asking him stupid questions regarding the antics of his new wife and a bunch of other things. Now, one thing that was super dope that Kanye West did was incorporate his children in his music, from having his oldest daughter, Northwest, rapping and teasing her album Elementary Dropout, as well as her song Mrs. Westie. Now, it's literally impossible to hate or cancel Ye. When Ye first came out with the anti-Semitic comments, people were all up in a roar, but when he said stuff about black folks, no one batted an eye. Now, Kanye West is equivalent to that one kid in high school who always gets suspended but never gets kicked out of the school. Teachers and principals are just used to his bad behavior and they just live with it. They know he's really a bright kid, he's actually smart, and he could be doing a lot better, but he just always has these antics that get the best of him, and they still give him some grace because he may bounce back and do the right thing. Kanye is doing what stars like Prince and Michael Jackson could only imagine on doing, as back then, radio and touring were the main way of getting plays and advertising, and radio and touring were pretty much gatekept if you weren't signed to a major label. In 2024, the game has changed. Everyone has a phone, as there's Instagram, there's TikTok, there's YouTube, and you can promote yourself for free to a wider audience. Now, Kanye West knew about the amount of chaos he was causing from his IG rants and these listening parties that he wouldn't get playlists on Spotify and Apple Music, so he took his music into a different direction by doing very little self-promotion and trying not to be seen, which is coincidentally the same strategy that Playboi Carti is using right now to promote his upcoming work. The coincidence about Kanye West taking a stance against streaming, because he barely get paid anything, is being picked up by the U.S. House of Representatives, who are trying to pass a bill called the New Royalty Funds that will pay artists directly by bypassing the major labels. Now, this model for streaming music is broken, and we all know that. We've heard Snoop Dogg talk about it and bring a major attendance towards it, and Kanye West has been very vocal about this for years. Now, in 2023, the Spotify CEO, Daniel Ek, had to increase their subscription price by $1 from $9.99 to $10.99 and give 10% of their non-subscription revenue to their artists. Now, art is all about perceived value, and there's a reason why physical artists like painters or musical artists like rappers are severely underpaid on the streaming end, because it's all about how good you feel the music is and making sure people get a fair rate all around. With another reason being that Spotify and Apple Music have to give like almost a third of their earnings to the actual labels because they're the people who create the music. Is Kanye crazy for lashing out against Adidas? No. Is Kanye crazy for going in about Drake? No, but I can understand why he's mad. But when it comes to this whole thing about Kanye West being mad at the music industry, I'm not going to say he has every right to, but he's exposing the fact that when you don't have power, you have to submit to everything. Kanye West has got millions of Grammys, millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, and he's ready to use his life to show that, hey, you can't control me, and he's willing to die on that hill.